Okay, I'm doing a demonstration of the National Hotplate on a National Estrelita guitar. I'm playing through a Fender acoustic guitar amp. I'll get more detail to you here soon. I'm gonna go ahead and play so this video doesn't get too boring too quickly. So that's a pretty good demonstration of sound. I'm going to do some more sound in a minute. I'm going to play it through a little distortion in the pedal. I'm also going to play it through an entirely different guitar amp. I want to talk about two things up front. First thing is, for me personally, this is the best sounding resonator pickup system, bar none. I've tried a bunch of different other stuff, and I've done a lot of going back and forth and trying out different what are they called, the pickups, the piezo pickups that they put in the bridge. I mean, you can get some pretty cool sounds out of those things, but something about them for me just doesn't work. It's too like, the sound is just too, I don't know what the word is, bright. It's too bright, and it's just not what I'm looking for. The other thing is, this pickup was engineered to be played through an amplifier, and then also have a microphone on the guitar itself, the acoustic guitar. The guy who invented it, I can't remember his name right in a second, I'm sorry dude, but somebody can post it or something, but he invented this to be played like that. You play the pickup through an amplifier, and then you put a microphone on the guitar at low volumes. That's kind of what it is designed and engineered to do. But what I'm doing for the recording is, I have that condenser mic, which is just like a $200 or $300 condenser mic, on that amplifier, and then I have another condenser mic right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I've got it wrapped in one of these things to keep this condenser mic from getting the amplifier into the condenser mic. So I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play that same piece again, and this time I'm going to adjust the audio so that, like, back and forth, so you can hear what it sounds like with. I'm going to tell you what. First of all, I'm going to play a piece, and it's just going to be that amplifier, and then I'm going to play another piece, and it's going to be that amplifier and this microphone. So here's the first part. So let's bring up the volume of this microphone. So as you can hear, there is a significant difference in the tone you're going to get if you play it through just an acoustic amp, like on a loud stage, without micing the amplifier, without micing the guitar itself. I think that's okay. I don't think that's really a problem. One problem you will have a little bit of is feedback, and where this thing really starts feeding back at is if you put gain and distortion into it. I'm going to step over to that guitar amplifier right there real quick, and I'm going to turn the gain pedal on right here. I'll put a little distortion in there. Not as much distortion as you're gonna be needing with this type of setup, but okay, so let's listen to it now with a little gain on it, and then I'm gonna go away, set up another guitar amplifier, and play through that guitar amplifier, and then maybe talk a little more about it, and then the video's gonna be over. So this is with a little gain, and this microphone right here is gonna be on also. If you're using gain, I definitely recommend miking the guitar body itself also, but I don't know. I'll do, once again, I'll do it both ways. I'll do two ways. First way I'm gonna do the same piece, but I'm gonna do it with this microphone on and the guitar amp on, and then I'll turn this microphone off and just do the guitar amp. So let's do it again. This time I'm going to turn the room mic off and just give you just the guitar amp. Alright, now I'm going to turn everything off. And I'm going to set up another guitar amp. I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back. And if you look over here, you'll see a little tiny 8-inch Supro guitar amp. To me, this is the best sounding type of guitar amp. If you want to use an electric amp, is a smaller guitar amp. Little 8-inch speaker. It sounds okay through like say a 15. I have a PV Delta Blues 15. I have a 410. It sounds really good through a Super Reverb 410. And it sounds really good through a 12. But what you start running into when you start getting into those size amplifiers is feedback. This thing will start humming up a storm if you crank up that natural tube gain that those types of amps have. And that's just the nature of the beast in the game. I mean, what are you going to do? But I mean, because this thing sounds great. And let's play it through here, through this little Supro. So now I'm going to turn just that microphone there on and turn this microphone off again, just to give you one last illustration of what this pickup sounds like through just that guitar amplifier right there. So, as you just heard, that is a good sounding setup, man. I mean, you can't get a better sound than that. That just sounds great in my opinion. I'm going to turn everything off and then I'm going to sit down and just talk. I'll be back. Okay, so it's definitely only my opinion, but the National Hotplate is the best sounding resonator pickup system in the world. And I mean, obviously, I also believe that National makes the best sounding resonators in the world. There's a couple other companies out there that are making high-end stuff, and they're also putting pickups in the guitars. Sometimes manufacturers or engineers or whatever you want to call them, guitar builders, luthiers, they'll put the pickup up here in the guitar. And I mean, I've played a few guitars like that, and I've owned one. It was a Dean. It wasn't a high-end one, so I've never owned one of the more high-end ones that has the pickup up here. And I'm sure it sounds great, but I know that it sounds a little different than if it's here. If the pickup's here, it just sounds different. It's got, you know, I mean, I've got this one set about that far under the strings because it creates a little bit of little bit of resonance in there. Whereas if the pickup's up here, you're still picking up the body of the resonator guitar, but it just, I don't know, it sounds, to me, it doesn't sound as good. It looks cooler. I will say I like it the way I pick up, like, I mean, a guitar like this with a pickup right here, like a nice P90 or just a real cool looking old school style pickup looks cool like that. And this looks kind of, I don't know, this looks kind of, you know, honestly, it looks are one thing, but I like the way it looks. It's just I prefer to have the pickup as far as aesthetics goes. But aesthetics are one thing. I mean, you got to sound good. And as you heard in this video demonstration, this thing is a very, very good sounding pickup. I mean, they're expensive. These are expensive. This one cost me $400 at least. It was about 400 bucks. But man, I mean, this plate right here is 100 bucks. And I mean, you can't expect National to sell this plate for much less than that. This is a well-engineered plate, cover plate. And then this pickup right here costs, I think it's $150. It's a Lawler. It's one of their standard Telly neck pickups. So it's like $150. So that's $250. And then it's got the this special designed thing right here, which, I mean, you know, where do you get that made at? I mean, obviously by the time they get it made, it doesn't cost them all that much, but somebody went through all the trouble of engineering and distributing and developing and getting this thing out. It's a lot of engineering has gone into this, but the main thing that makes it worth the money, in my opinion, is simply the fact that it sounds excellent. And I mean, I'm done with the video now. I'm just going to say this is my favorite pickup system, and it has been for a while now. This I sort of got this on a whim. I really didn't, based on the way it looks, I didn't think it was going to be all that amazing. I was like, oh man, it's worth a shot though, right? Because I was having trouble amplifying a resonator guitar. It's not easy to amplify a resonator guitar. And I got this one amplified. I got this in the mail. I put it on this guitar. I played it through a PV Delta Blues in my bedroom. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? How is this taking me, you know, on this ride that it's taking me on? It must just be a moment. And I did go through a little phase where I went back and forth playing it and not playing it. And then I just sort of landed on it. And I was like, there it is. That's my pickup. I play resonator guitars only. I pretty much only play National resonator guitars. And the National Hotplate is my go-to for getting that National high-quality American, well-engineered electric resonator sound. This is what I recommend. Thank you for watching my video. Good night.